Welcome to this session on email writing. In the first part of email writing, we will cover the basics of an email, its parts, and the format of an email depending on who you are writing to. Email or electronic mail is a system that enables us to convey our ideas, share our experiences, or to give information to others. It is one of the fastest ways of exchanging digital message or communication. Emails are of two types, formal and informal. Formal emails are written to co-workers, supervisors, superiors, and HR while applying for a job. Informal emails are written to friends and relatives. Informal emails can also be written to people who you are close to. Let's look at the format of email. In this window, we see to, where we need to type the receiver's email address. Then comes the CC, which is the abbreviation for carbon copy. That is sending copies of the same email to other people. The CC list is visible to other recipients as well. Next comes BCC, which is right next to CC. The full form of BCC is blind carbon copy. Unlike CC, no one except the sender can see the list of BCC recipients. When you click CC and BCC, they appear like this. CC and BCC come right below to. Let's look at the components of an email. The components of an email are categorized into two parts, that is the header and the body. The header comprises the subject, sender's name, receiver's name, date and time. The body of an email consists the salutation. Here the salutation is "Dear viewers." The body, which contains the actual message, and finally the sender's name. The subject line should summarize the email. It should be brief and clear. Use phrases. Never use a complete sentence. You may use a noun or noun phrase. Examples are apology for absence. Here's the situation. If you want to take leave, then your subject line should be like this: seeking permission for leave. You must also take care to avoid less commonly known symbols and abbreviations. You must never leave the subject blank, or else your receiver will not be able to understand why this email was sent to him or her. Salutation depends on the type of email you are writing. For formal emails, it is "Dear Sir" or "Dear Ma'am." You can also use "Dear Mr., Miss, Mrs., Doctor," depending on their title, followed by their name. For informal emails, you must use "Hi" followed by their first name, or "Dear" followed by their name. Emails could be formal or informal, but it is important to know to whom you are writing. It is very important that you know your audience when you write your email. Here are a few do's and don'ts you must be aware of while writing your email. The type of language and tone you use is based on the If you are writing a formal or business email, the language must be very formal and you must be courteous. Be respectful. Know the situation and write accordingly. Know your message and stay on point. Never go off topic. Be sensitive to cultural differences. Opening sentences begin with greetings. They focus on why you are writing this email. For example, I am writing this email to inform you about. This can be used for a formal email. It could also be written as, Just a quick note or reminder too. Always remember, no matter what you write, your tone must be very friendly. You must never sound intimidating. Now that we are done with opening with greetings or pleasantries, we must also take note to reply with a thank you or acknowledgement that you have received the mail or message, and then continue with your mail. Start your email with an opening sentence, that is, why are you writing? If you have more information, then use short paragraphs. Each paragraph should contain one main idea. Close your email with a closing sentence. One thing people struggle with when writing letters or emails is how to sign off properly. This happens in both formal and informal emails. It is very important to find the perfect ending for your communication. Here are 3 situations you might want to consider while closing your email. It may be an opportunity to give an instruction or a call to action. If the receiver has not been responding to you properly, or you expect a prompt reply from them if it is quite an urgent situation, you can use a closing like, I await your reply with interest. You may also want to express thanks or appreciation if you greatly appreciate what the others have done for you. So you can use a closing like this. It is always a pleasure doing business with you. Your ending might be an invitation to continue the relationship in future, in general or at a specific date and time. Here's how you could close it in that case. We look forward to building a strong business relationship in the future. Proofreading is the final stage of editing process, focusing on surface errors such as misspellings and mistakes in grammar and punctuation. Proofreading is important to ensure that there aren't any grammatical errors, capitalization errors, numbering errors, spelling errors, and the formatting should be all right. It gives us a chance to review our work and add in to anything that we might have missed out. Hope this video has helped you get a clearer picture on how to write an email. In this video, we showed you what the framework of an email looks like. In the next video, we will learn the expressions used in emails which will make them sound more professional and convincing. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to receive notifications and learn more from our channel. Happy learning!